Hello everyone and welcome to my kingdom. In today's video, we're gonna get done what I have been pushing back for a few weeks now. I've been pushing back taking down this tank just because I honestly hate taking down tanks, and now I've gotten to the point where I need to move it to set up the other tank I want to. So in today's video, I will be taking the tank down, moving it, and rescaping it. That shallow tank was basically like the tank that started everything, the first scape I fell in love with, and I pretty much just let it go because if you guys have ever scaped with Marimo mossballs, generally if you keep mossballs in your tank, the Marimo mossballs, sometimes they fall apart and eventually it just coats your entire tank in algae. For those of you who don't know, Marimo mossballs is technically it's just algae in ball form. I believe the scientific name was like a cladophora algae or clado something that I can recall at least. So yeah, mossballs are an algae and I used it to scape. I pretty much like put it into places to make it look like it was coated in moss, and eventually it coated the whole tank. So everything is coated in algae and I just need to take all the hardscape out and scrub it off. I can't use the sand, so I have to go to the backyard and pretty much forage for sand. There's a bag in the backyard that I just have to sift out all the debris and wash it, then bring it in here. But I'm going to be using the same stone, which is the Oko or dragon stone, and I'm going to be using all sand, so no substrate in this scape. I'm hoping to make it look like some kind of rocky island shore. I ordered some like 3D printed mini boats on Amazon. They'll probably be here next week or so. Most likely I'll only be able to do the hardscape and get some of the clean plants transferred over, and then in the next video I will be fully planting it, hopefully with whatever I choose and get shipped in. I'm going to take you guys to the backyard with me. We're going to get some sand, wash it off just so we have it done and we don't have to go out there later. And then after that we will start taking the tank down. So with all that said, let's get started. So we're in the backyard now. In abundance with me, I got a bucket and a little sifter. Basically we're going to walk over there, just sift out some sand and then try to get it washed. So I have the sand in this bag right here. Got like some dust on it. Let's see. Most of it comes out like that. Pretty dusty, but yeah, it does get the big particles out. So I'm just gonna sift it and put it in the bucket. I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to wash that, so I'll just bring you guys back. So I'm just going to say that real quick, that if you ever have the option to buy your sand, I would buy the sand. If you don't want to pay like a bit of a higher price in fish shops, you can go to like Lowe's or Home Depot and buy play sand. A 50-pound bag is less than $5, but the only like downside about it is that you have to rinse it off, but it is definitely worth it because in most fish stores you're charged by the pound, and anywhere for 50 pounds you'd be charged way more than the $5. So I just rinsed the sand and that's all I got because I decided that it's not worth it. I still have some under my cabinets. I'll probably use that, and if I need more, I'm gonna go buy more. We are now back in the fish room, and this is the tank that I'm going to be taking down. So with the algae, sometimes you can pull it apart from the surface that it's on. I'm going to try to vacuum the sand out to see if I can get the algae to fly and I can rinse it out in tap water. My next steps are going to be to catch all the livestock and move them into a temporary tank, and then I will try to take as much weight out of the tank as I can, which means water, substrate, and the hardscape. I'm going to be moving the plants into a bin, seeing what I can salvage and tossing the rest. And then once that's done, I'm going to get the tank moved, and then once it's clean, we'll get it rescaped. So I've now caught most of the livestock, which are just shrimp and a couple fish, but I'm still gonna have to pull more out. I unplugged the filter and the heater, so now I'm gonna start taking apart everything and getting them into a 5-gallon bucket that I have, and then I will move the tank over. So I have the tank in place. I went ahead and put the filter and the light on. I did add all the sand that I had before, and now I'm going to fill it with water just so it can settle down and I know where I'm putting my hardscape. I'm probably going to only start with 1 gallon just so it doesn't cloud the water up too much, moving everything. I already scrubbed all my rocks down, so now I'm just going to start working on the hardscape. So as you can see, I finished up filling the water and this is going to be the final scape. I mentioned that I wasn't going to plant it, so everything you see here was from the old scape. I figured I'd just leave it because it looks a lot more natural that way. I'm still going to be adding in more plants to get it more full looking, but in the meantime, this is where I'm going to leave it off. So my intentions were to make this a guppy tank since top swimmers, really colorful top swimmers would look super cool in here. I'm also thinking of adding a school of salt and pepper cories, which are the Corydorus habrosus, I believe. They are a dwarf cory. They only get about 1 inch long and they're speckled like salt and pepper. If you guys have any other stocking ideas, please feel free to leave them below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. If you also have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments too and I will get back to them. And thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch me rescape the tank. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye everyone.